Chicago, and they would sing this song, and it basically talked about taking it to the streets. Well, we need to take it to the polls. Take it to the polls. You know, when I was told that I had an opportunity to come to a rally that young people were having on Madison's campus, I said there is no way that I cannot go. Because the people that make the difference are young folks. In case you get it, don't get it twisted. If something is going to change in this nation, it has been young people who have energized it. And so, for you organizing on campus, let's give them a round of applause. Now I'm going to take a moment and say this. You know, when the elections happened and I went from being in the majority to being in the minority, I wasn't happy. But I said I can live with that. When I came in January after, well actually before that, in December when the governor was fighting to send back $810 million for a high-speed rail in Milwaukee and the jobs that would go with it, I said, I'm not happy. I'll push back, but I'll live with that. In January, when he got sworn in, and I had to go and listen to that very short speech that had nothing in it. I said, I'll go, I'll smile, I'll clap, I'll be respectful. I can live with that. But I had to take a breath or two. Then in the first 8 days, when they did 8 bills that gave $142 million in corporate credits, tax breaks, I said, I'm not happy. I'll vote no, but I'll live with it. I'm going to help people know. But you know, in case you didn't know, I'm the 1,000th senator to be sworn in the state of Wisconsin. I'm the 20th woman in the history of our state to be sworn in the state of Wisconsin. 20 is way too low, but I'm excited to be 20. I'm only the 5th African American. And I'm only the 2nd African American woman in the history of our state. I tell you that because when I participated in the bill where they changed the Department of Commerce and they took appropriations from veterans who are disabled, from women-owned businesses, and from minority-owned businesses, I wasn't happy. But I said, I can live with that. And I'll fight back and I'll tell people. But when they said they were going to take people's rights, as a woman, as a person of color, I said, I can't take this one, I'm not going to sit down. I remember the night after finance. This was, you know, the day on finance when they first denied people their First Amendment right to petition their government. They wouldn't let people even sign up. And I had to get ugly with them for, you know, for the first time. I never had to do that before. But my point is, that night, Mark Miller called me. Lena? Yes, Mark. I need you to come at 8 o'clock in the morning and we need to have a meeting over at the party office. And I said, okay, what's going on? We're thinking we're going to deny him quorum. I said, okay. I go at 8 o'clock in the morning to the party office. And we're there. And for clarity, Tim Cullen is on the phone before we leave. So he was there via phone. And we say, well, the only way that we can do this is to deny them quorum. We said, okay. I took a picture. I said, everybody put your hands together. Anybody see the picture that I put on Facebook or Twitter with all the hands together? I said, we gotta mark this moment. And I took a picture of us all united. at that moment. And then we did like Abraham Lincoln, except just like I had to take my time coming up, I didn't want to have to jump out of nothing. I just ran for the border. Actually, I walked to my car. Me and Tim Carpenter got in my car, and I said bye to a couple of people because I just wanted to like mess them up for later on in the day. I said, have a good day. Have a good day to about 4 people. I wonder if they remember. I know some of them I don't even know if they knew who I was. I get in the car. Tim Carpenter drives us to Milwaukee. I tell you this because I need you to know that we strategically plan to leave. That I left because as a person who is African American, in a nation where we still have to get our right to vote reaffirmed, that I could not stand back and let us deny workers their rights. It's not the American way, it's not the Wisconsin way.
Thank you.
I left more bills, but I had to come today to thank you because the people of Wisconsin stood up, refused to leave the Capitol and occupy the Capitol. You made a movement. And because you made a movement, you have awakened the sleeping giant, the people of Wisconsin. And what I'm excited about is in a few days. What's today's date, y'all? Oh my goodness. It's only 6 days away. The first day of reckoning. The day when you get to say, you cannot deny us our rights. You cannot deny us our capital. You cannot deny our representatives the vote. You cannot deny us our voice. We will be heard. Anybody know my favorite candy? Now or later. And you know, I used to say my favorite candy is now and later, and now or later. I changed that. They're going to hear us now, whether it's to this is what democracy looks like.
This is what democracy looks like.
Tell me what democracy looks like.
This is what democracy looks like.
So they're going to learn now by hearing us, or they're going to learn later by voting. It is up to you to go out and encourage and inspire people to vote. Does anyone know anyone that did not vote last election? Raise your hand. I do too. So what I say to you is that it's your job to go vote early. Don't vote often, just one time. Go vote early, and then I need you to go and take others to go vote. There's no election more important when you have a Chief Justice who will say that he's willing to say during a campaign as a justice when judges should be independent and not biased. That he tells you that he looks forward to supporting the Walker administration. No. When he calls the Supreme Court justice a female dog.
Shame!
Shame!
When he says and ridicules Reverend Jackson from all the work that he has done in a way that is clearly disrespectful. The only thing that we can do is show him in a way that matters. If he doesn't understand the process that he should follow as a judge, then you need to send Prosser, just like we're going to do for Jeff Stone in Milwaukee. We need to send him rolling. You know, Jeff Stone is running for county executive in Milwaukee. I hope that you guys will vote for Parisi because I love him. For a county exec here. But for Jeff Stone in Milwaukee, I'm going to do like the young folks say. He needs to kick rocks. He got to go. So I'm going to leave you because I'm going to Milwaukee to a forum in Milwaukee to talk about this governor's budget. If we thought that the bill we left for was bad, in the budget bill, you will pay more tuition for this university. 25% increase for technical colleges. Education, millions out of education, nearly $1 billion out of education across the state. That's just a few of the things that send Wisconsin not in our motto forward, but instead that send us backwards. I can't do it alone. Even though I know that my colleagues in the assembly, they got my back. They're awesome. They stayed up 60 hours. I haven't done that since I was in college. So I'm telling you that we can do this. And so the fact that you're mobilized today, that you're energized today, inspires me. I could not help but come here to support you. And so I need you to give me a little energy before I go.